Shift number 2 kicks off next week. But for now, what we're going to do actually is have our very first interview here on DLNS. And of course, none other than the man, the myth, the legend with the red panda painting behind him. We've got Hoot join us from Abrams here on the show. Hoot, I'm going to drop you your first question. Do we have your new stream title now already in the works? One-time DLNS champion.
You know what? I'm gonna, right after this interview, I'm gonna go change it. Number 1 DLNS winner.
There you go. And that'll be forever written in history. But what's also written in history, you're our very first player of the match as well from this series. So ZP, I'm gonna throw it over to you to ask our MVP of the last series our first question.
Yeah, so this is kind of a two-parter. One is just a general information here because, of course, after every show that we've done, you kind of have this scenario where people goes like, what's strong, what's not? Notably, one of the things that wasn't played here so far in EU was Viper. Have the changes of Viper killed her on a competitive level, or even in her stronger form, was she not going to get played when brought to the scrutiny of competitive play?
I feel like if there's Viper's a carry, that has to be really up close. She's always gonna be prone to being like just CC'd or put in a Kelvin dome. So we feel like it's always gonna be easier to have the carry in the backline that we can peel. And then if we have Warden that plays like a semi carry, he is still extremely tanky with last stand. He can basically not die. So yeah.
My second question there also on hero pool end is that Shiv also falling out relative to the previous month of competitive play. Used to be one of Abraham's go-tos. I mean, together would lock that in basically every game. Not part of the game plan here today.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now Abrams just makes a lot more space than Shiv does, and basically does what Shiv does better. But we will still look to pick him if Abrams is taken or banned, because he still provides the good team fighting and good space making. So it's not something we're still looking to pick, because together is number 1 Shiv 100% in EU.
Nice. Well, I have a quick question that's not necessarily about Deadlock, but it's about you. And for people that might want to know more about you, what games did you come from before playing top level Deadlock? Is this the first game that you've played where you're kind of at a top level like this, or like where have you come from?
I mean, I've played a bunch of different games, but nothing in like scrims or just professionally in general. I've been high ranked in League and Overwatch and sort of high ranked in Valorant, but I've never tried really to go pro. But Deadlock was my first game to start scrimming in and start competing.
It's going pretty well.
Yeah, it's going well.
Going all right. I want to ask you maybe like one question before we let you go, before we get over to NA. The teleporter change in the side lanes. I just wanted to hear your thoughts and view on it and how it's kind of affected things, and if you feel like it was a good or bad change.
I think it's one of the best changes I've ever done, because it really amplifies how you play macro-wise, how you position yourself on the map. So you're like, I feel like I'm very often looking at the lane and saying, well, what lane needs to be pushed, and I'm really like enforcing that we don't deathball, that we sit on the side lanes and make sure we don't lose walkers for free.
Okay. Well, Hoot, thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for participating and taking home the first title in the DLNS number 1. Before you do go, though, I want to give you a chance to give a shout out to your stream so people can go check out that new stream title you're going to be rocking probably tomorrow.
Yeah, check it out. It's Hoot DL at Twitch, and I will be streaming tomorrow with the number 1 DLNS winner.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, man, and we'll see you next week for some more Deadlock action.
Thank you.
I love that he said he thinks it was one of the best changes to Deadlock, and I think he hit the nail on the head. Like, it really amplifies a team who has good macro, and it really gives ways to show that.
I think the other thing too is that it just gives you more options to how to play different compositions, right? Where you think about how one win team was able to take down VP, the fact that you could decide, hey, we have a super farmed in Furnace, and this is going to create real rotational problems for you because you can't overload him the same way you would if you had access to the previous teleporters. You have more areas in the game and where you can, choose a comp, get a hero to a specific state in terms of farm, and use it to create favorable conditions. So yeah, I mean, I think it just greatly enhances the strategic depth of the game, at least from what we've seen here so far.